top rookies to pick in your fantasy football league this year. Let's get right into it. Number 1, we have Bijan Robinson. I'm also going in order of where these guys are ranked. I will tell you where I feel like they should go and when you should pick them. But we're going to start off with Bijan Robinson. He's ranked top tier in every single major fantasy football platform. So he is going to go in the first round. So if you're planning on picking him, you would need to pick him in the first round. Don't try to wait until the second round to get him, because if you get into a draft where people are not drafting their own team, which is in a lot of drafts, he's going to go very quickly, okay? So also with Bijan Robinson, he went to the Atlanta Falcons, which is great for him. Coach Arthur Smith, he loves to run the ball. Remember what he did in Tennessee. In Tennessee, they really ran the ball with King Henry. So Bijan Robinson, you got him. Looking at their running backs, they have Alliger from last year, who was a rookie, but he's not like Bijan Robinson. And then you have Cordell Patterson, who can catch the ball out of the backfield. Bijan Robinson can do the same thing. So Bijan Robinson, he's going to definitely take over this backfield. Now, if you want to wait a little bit, you got Jahmyr Gibbs. Before I get into him, by the way, Bijan Robinson, running back 2 with a high upside to be a running back 1. But I have him as a running back 2. Okay, so moving on back to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's ranked number 16. He's in tier 5 in Yahoo if you play in Yahoo. So you're going to be able to wait for him if you're playing in Yahoo, especially, once again, if you're playing against other managers that's not drafting their own team. He's going to be there to take. To me, I would take Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan Robinson, and I love where Jahmyr Gibbs is at. I love that he's down further. His overall draft rank is 39 in pretty much most of the leagues across the board. In the ESPN league, he's ranked 39. Yahoo, he's ranked 34 overall. Like I said, in Yahoo, he's tier 5. I play in Yahoo, so for me, I would wait for Gibbs to fall in my lap, because Gibbs is also, to me, a running back too. Remember, he was drafted by Detroit. Detroit picked up David Montgomery. He's not known to stay healthy, and Gibbs, they're comparing him to Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. I'm just comparing him to himself. I just love the way he does one cut and he's gone. He's up the field. Also, keep in mind, he ran a 4.3 in the 40. Robinson ran a 4.4. So Gibbs, and especially when you look at the tape, this kid, he is really, 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 really fast. He makes his move. He don't waste any time. He don't waste any movements. He get in and out of his cuts. So Jahmyr Gibbs would be the one that I would be eyeing, but it's up to you to what you want to do. Moving on to receivers. Far as receivers to get, gotta be Jackson Smith and Jigba. He was drafted to the Seattle Seahawks. He's going to be playing in the slot. I would give him, right now, fresh out the gate, I would give him an receiver 3. I'll put him at receiver 3 with an upside to be a possible 2 because of DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett injuries here and there. So I would give him 3 with a 2, wide receiver 3 with a wide receiver 2 upside with him. He could possibly be a receiver 4 depending on what Pete Carroll wants to do. They really want to run the ball, but I love him in the slot. He's going to be open a lot for Geno Smith. PPR leagues, he'll be great for that because he can get first downs. He gets in and out of his breaks very fluently, and I just like him, period, as a route runner. Quentin Johnston, him, I would really stay away from. He'll be a good stash, and along with pretty much the rest of the receiving class would be a great stash. with the exception of Jordan Addison and Josh Downs and Jonathan Mingo. I feel like all three of these guys, I'm going to get into them real quick after I finish up with Johnston. I've been hearing stuff about Johnston, whereas though, especially listening to Steve Smith, who knows a lot about the game, being a receiver himself. Johnston has problems with getting off the line. That's what Steve Smith said. To be a big receiver, he has problems with press coverage, and that's not good because he's 6'2". Now, he is going to the Chargers, so he has a very good quarterback that he's going to in an offense that tends to throw the ball, a lot. So that's going to be something to pay attention to and look at. So Quentin Johnston, he could be a good pick to stash, but I got him at a receiver 4. But let's get into Jordan Addison. I like him a lot going to the Vikings. Adam Thielen is out. You have Jordan Addison. He ran a 4.4 on his 40. He's ranked at 45 overall. 45 in PPR leagues, 45 in non-PPR leagues, and he's 105 overall in both non-PPR and PPR leagues. So with that being said, he will be available late, and I got him at receiver 3. I think he's going to be really good for the Vikings. The Vikings love to throw the ball around, so I like him there. Same thing with Josh Downs. Josh Downs, his overall rank is 272, and for non-PPR leagues, he's at 272. For PPR leagues, he's at 271. So he ran a 4.40, and you got to think about what the Colts want to do. They have Anthony Richardson. They have the offensive coordinator from the Philadelphia Eagles as their head coach now. You saw what he was able to do with Jalen Hurts. Okay, and then you had Devontae Smith as that long guy, and A.J. Brown. So Josh Downs, he can be that long guy in this offense. So he's definitely somebody to really look at. Right now, he's a receiver 4, but he has a high upside to go up to receiver 3. So Josh Downs for the Indianapolis Colts, definitely somebody to look at. And finally, last but not least, Jonathan Mingo. He goes to the Carolina Panthers. He already had Bryce Young there, and the head coach, Frank Reich. You know what he likes to do, but they're going to lean on the run, especially since they have Miles Sanders, but you know he might not stay healthy. So I would say for Jonathan Mingo, he's ranked number 167 overall, and for PPR leagues, he's ranked number 62, non-PPR 62. So what is that saying? People are thinking that he's going to really come out and be really good. So Jonathan Mingo, I would put him at receiver 3. He's right next to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I would put him at receiver 3 with an upside to possibly get to receiver 2 at the end of the year. So that's what I have. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, they're 2 quarterbacks to look into. But if you're planning to have a top-heavy team and you just want a quarterback that can help you get by, Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson will be the rookies to draft for that. They will definitely be there waiting for you. Both of them are ranked really, really low, and it's for a good reason. They're rookies, so you don't really know what they're going to do. So if you want to be top-heavy and you don't mind having a quarterback 2 as your main quarterback, then Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson would be the way to go. But if not, I wouldn't go with them. I would just use them as a stash to cover your quarterback 1 bye week and nothing else more than that. So that right there is your top rookies to pick in your fantasy football draft this year. If you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below. Don't forget to like and sub up and share. And I'll talk to y'all next time with more fantasy football.